Hello, everybody! Happy 413! This is the ninth anniversary of Homestuck, and to celebrate, I've got my parents here, and we're going to be reading it all together. Well, not all of it, because it is over 8,000 pages. But we're going to be reading for maybe like 20, 30 minutes, and just see how far we can get. How are you guys doing today?
Fine. Do you realize it's the 12th?
Yes, I realize it's the 12th. I'm going to upload this tomorrow on the 13th, the ninth anniversary of
Okay.
Homestuck.
That makes sense.
I need time to, edit it if it turns out terrible.
Okay.
Did you just want us to take turns reading pages here, Ryan?
Yeah, I think that's for the best. There's some characters, and then there's also a narrator. I figured I'd maybe take the narrator, and then once the dialogue comes into play, maybe like Dad could take the male characters, Mom takes the females.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So this is Homestuck. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Then you just click on the enter name. Zoo
I see.
Smell Poop Lord.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there is some profanity, just so you're aware.
Okay. Poop lord's pretty harsh.
You're gonna make your mom say poop?
No, don't worry. Next page. They
So
corrected
what?
to
We can try again?
yeah, yeah. No, listen. This is how works. It's like a choose your own adventure type deal, except all the adventure choices have been made already. Because like
John Egbert.
yes,
Hmm.
see the original artist of Homestuck, let his fans type in whatever they wanted for the names, and it ended up with some pretty silly stuff. But eventually, he found this one that he liked, John Egbert. All right,
All right.
examine room. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered around your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, Poop Lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. And he does have arms.
Did
You
he
ret-
actually use arms to pick up the arms?
he did.
Okay.
Those are just fake arms, which he has retrieved from his
Oh.
chest.
You're
You
blowing
use
my
these
mind.
you use these for hilarious antics. You
Mhm.
captcha log them in your Sylladex. Those words do not mean anything. Don't worry about them. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. John, examine the contents of the chest. In
So
here,
there's dialogue at some point, right?
there will be dialogue. It's just that there's nobody to talk to yet.
Okay,
But
I'll just sit here.
So
I'm
just to
sorry.
clarify, this is a choose your own adventure in which we get no choices.
One
Look,
choice.
back when the guy wrote the comic, it was like a text-based adventure where a whole bunch of his fans just typed in what they wanted to happen. But now the story's all written, so you can't choose what happens.
Oh, okay.
You can have any color car you want as long as you want black.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? You guys just missed out on when the choices could be made.
All right. We should have done this 9 years ago, apparently.
I don't know what I was doing.
Uh,
Wasted life.
in here you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or cunning prankster. You are neither of those things. Among the Sylladex are Among the artifacts are two fake arms currently captured in your Sylladex, one pair of trick handcuffs, one stunt sword, smoke pellet, one magician's hat, one pair of beagle puss glasses, which is like what's this?
Don't explain. I don't need
Okay,
to know.
all right, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and one copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and one copy of Harvey Anderson's Wise Guy by Mark Cavaney. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. John,
I think Mike
capsulate
Cavany
smoke
wrote a
pellets.
book and is trying to make us promote it for him.
Ooh, tricky.
Oh, please. Like anything he wrote could be as popular as this webcomic. You
This
still...
webcomic we've never heard of. Yes.
This
Oh, you're right.
webcomic has millions of followers to this
Right.
day. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your captcha cards in your Silodex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty captcha cards remaining.
Ooh, I think we should equip fake arms.
No! You think?
Are those magic beans? Wait, did I see magic beans in the
Uh,
catalog?
no, those are the smoke pellets that he took.
Oh, the pellets. Okay.
Keep it up, Anna.
I'm
Keep
falling
up.
asleep. Okay, I'm good. I got this.
You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to catalog the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. John, examine Problem Sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There's a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. Ah,
Hey, I
okay.
think there's a note on the drawer.
Yes, John, read the note on the drawer. Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled-up poster. John, take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy.
You're going to use a hammer and nails to hang a poster?
Apparently he doesn't have any tape.
All right.
It's video game logic,
Not that
Dad.
heavy. Okay, sorry.
You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but now all of your captcha cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take nails.
Oh.
You
what
captcha 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway. But you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you've gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and... Okay, not gonna read that part.
Thank you for saving our ears.
I know,
So John
but...
squawks like an imbecile and shits on his desk.
Well, no, this is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid! And yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. John, combine the nails and hammer. You merge the top 2 cards.
This is not making me feel great about the future of America right now.
Millions, huh? Millions of people?
Millions of
Future of the
people.
Okay.
It gets better once it gets out of the around the house
Is it
hijinks.
better than this? What? Is that even possible?
Oh, quit it! Save me your sarcasm. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now cataloged on the same card and can be used together. John, use hammer and nails on poster.
So again, there is dialogue at some point.
There will be dialogue. This is just a really long, extended intro where basically nothing happens and you get familiarized with the mechanics of the game. John, nail...
Does he have arms or not? That's what I want to
Just
know.
shut up about
Does-
the arms.
He has arms, okay? It's just the art style. Use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. John, examine Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box! I said put the bunny back in the box! Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? I'm assuming that's a Con Air quote, but never having seen the movie, I don't know. John, examine Deep Impact poster. Morgan Freeman's genteel homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Film's
That's
about
your
it.
Morgan Freeman, huh?
I'm not a very good Morgan Freeman. I don't voice him. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. It's especially funny because this was in 2009 when Barack Obama was in fact president.
Hey, explaining jokes makes them funnier.
Yeah,
Sorry.
True.
I'm sorry. I apologize. John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Spur beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. John, eat cake.
Yeah, let him eat. Let him eat cake.
You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Celodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. And we're about to get to the dialogue, Dad, so finally you can...
Oh, I'm shivering with anticipation.
You pull up your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you.
Pester Chum.
That's right. John, open Pester
Get it.
Chum. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. John, open message. Alright, do you want to take Turn Tech Godhead or John,
Oh,
Ectobiologist? Alright.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, who's going to be TG and who's EB?
Well, John is EB, so do you want to play John or should I play John?
No, your mom and I get to do the dialogue.
Oh, okay then.
Do all the narration.
Fair enough. Alright, Dad, you be TG, Mom, you be EB.
Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
I got a little Monsters poster. It is so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny.
Aw, hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It is like totally Christmas up in here.
Oh, please! And you say that I shouldn't swear. And you say you don't mind me swearing.
I'm not dropping the F-bomb. I'm just not doing it.
Alright, well
Okay,
then...
that's fine. But I have just one question and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, guy.
Why the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
And I'm going to take a second here to just point out, it's pretty easy to tell that ain't apple juice.
Yeah, I think that we can all pretty much guess what it tastes like.
I never actually watched the movie. Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But he does. He's not funny. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No. Did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already. But I don't care. I'm not going to play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro is a joke, and we both know it.
Yeah. Why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
Wow, Dad, you nailed the cool guy attitude of TG.
You know, I think I've interpreted the motivation of my character to be slightly smarmy. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're looking out the window, right?
Yeah, John, look out window. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the
Say good
mailbox.
day to you, sir.
John, examine mailbox.
Do you think that we just got a letter song?
Wonder who it's from.
Never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail, and when it comes, I want to wail. Mail!
That's the wrong song! You crushing my childhood! The little
I
red...
can sing whatever song I want.
Fine.
You invited us to this party.
You're right. And I am very happy that you came. The little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy levered thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. John, go outside and check mailbox. You are about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh, great. He's beating you to the mail. John.
Haha, I'm gonna get the mail.
Forget it. Check mail later.
Mm.
If you go downstairs to get it, you will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles.
Son, how's school going lately?
Dad, you baked me 3
No,
cakes.
Class individually.
You baked me 3 cakes, Dad. You decide to chill out here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense that which possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. John, examine games on CD rack. You've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. This is interactable, by the way. You can click on the stuff, and it'll take you to various links to other MS Paint adventures. Okay, so let's not bother.
Gosh, that's wonderful.
John, read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. The thing is massive. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You are not sure you're ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. John, capture log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture log the arms again. John, set Pesterchum status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pesterchum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forget your chum is still pestering you. John, answered chum.
Ooh, we get to read again.
Yes, you do.
Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time, I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Haha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon goofing around with my stupid Sylladex. It's so frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out.
Stack?
What's yours?
Map. Oh, hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome.
What is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structures.
I guess.
Did you at least allocate your strife specimens?
No.
It could free up a card for you. Plus, lets you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got?
Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specimens.
How?
I don't know. You just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works.
John, combine fake arms with cake.
Sure.
You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of elevated hilarity. John, allocate hammer to strife specibus. You check the back of...
This is funnier for people with computer programming.
No, I think it's supposed to sound like gibberish.
You're both right. You check the back of your strife specimen for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. John, select hammer. Your strife specimen has been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your caps log deck to your strife deck. John, report progress to TG. More dialogue!
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. I hope you like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. That seems like foreshadowing right there.
Oh, there's tons of foreshadowing in this thing. You know that line where Colonel Sassacre could kill a cat? John, capture log Colonel's big book. Now that you got some space in your Sylladex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. John.
Yeah, I mean, those smoke pellets, you can probably just put those in a pocket and free up your hands.
Yeah, that's a good point. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro! Spurb. Why, the Game of the Year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better. John, read article. So, okay, Spurb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of, and this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah man, I'll write something. But I don't know, I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine, I'm sure that's like dynamite in a handbag for some brosifs, but all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? When you're playing house or something, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up-ins? Know what I'm saying, bro Yoma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched, y'all. So this one time, he was leaning against the screen door, and it popped open, and the back deck was wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess the thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge, useless guy against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his balling.
You can't say the word tool?
I didn't know. I don't want to offend you guys. You're my parents.
You're a grown-ass man.
I am walking on eggshells here. The F word isn't okay, but the S word is?
Well, yeah. You really need me to explain this?
Yes! I have no frame of reference for this.
The F word is, like, almost the worst.
Wait, Brotel Rwanda. That's a good one.
All right, so we moving on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Rating for S-Burb is 1.5 hats.
Suburb.
Yeah, give it to keep it real, even though he didn't play it. Which is probably for the best. John, capture log Game Bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. John, capture log Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. John, get funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Sylladex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Puss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. John, wear disguise to fool Dad. John, who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really bad disguise, shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is Don't laugh at me!
Proud moment.
This is a really bad, shitty disguise. Ah, man.
You did this to me!
I cleaned it up again. Curses.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, are we leaving the room or what?
Yeah, John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins as he's quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. John, go downstairs. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. John, admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars.
Cornball.
What? Oh, Dad, come on. Cornball doesn't have a swear word in it.
What?
John,
Well, if you want to have a potty mouth, you go ahead.
John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it, categorically at all times without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an arrogant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun.
It's an errant thief.
With an E.
The moon's an errant thief.
That's what he
He said arrogant.
I'm pretty sure I said errant, but okay.
Oh, well, thankfully we've been recording.
That's
this.
true. When this goes up, we will see who is right, and one of us will be laughing at the other. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. John, toss Game Bro into the fire. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. John, fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives you her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn, ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. John, combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gift. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. Okay, I'm really sorry to do this, guys, but I actually am a little busy at the moment. I got class in 15 minutes, and I was thinking...
Well, how are we going to know what's in the present?
Well, if you want, we can continue this at a later date, or we can just call it here.
No, I want to hit a cell. It's a like Harlequin thing.
Yeah.
And it's big.
You were totally
He
right.
says, oh, hell no.
Did you...
And it's creepy.
You turned the page!
I totally turned the page.
Curse you!
Yeah, go to class, learn stuff.
Alright. I will...
Love you, kid. Champ.
You said that on the recording. You're going to embarrass him in front of all his friends, his millions of followers.
I have 600 subscribers.
Oh, well, yeah, them.
Anyway, yeah, let's just call it here. I will see you guys later, and who knows, maybe we'll do this again sometime.
Okay.
All right. Maybe more dialogue.
Yeah. Bye!